Hey guys, how you doing? It's Joe Justin from Leads by Internet / Offline Resurrection. I'm here to talk to you guys about our businesses and the truth about our businesses, the truth about videos. As we all know, videos are getting harder and harder to rank. Sometimes it's impossible. I have a few that I've been slamming for 2 months and it doesn't look good. I've been noticing that medium to no competition ranks real easy if it's in the smaller cities and there's no competition. You can rank them in minutes. But other than that, they really are getting harder and harder. Google's trying to stamp out all the people like us that are trying to make money off the search engine. So what do? Well, what I figured out to do is to sell customers to local businesses. Okay, this breaks down all the barriers, all the walls when you call up somebody and you tell them you need some more customers. Oh, are you selling SEO? No. Oh, you sell me a website? No. Listen, sir. Listen, Mr. Customer. I'm not selling you SEO services. I'm not selling you websites. I'm not selling you mobile websites. I'm not saying that. All I want to do is provide you with 20 to 25 new customers a month. Fair enough? Dude, you tell them that, and they're all of a sudden they want to talk. They want to know how you do it, what you're charging. You will get the guys that'll hang up on you and say they're good. Right. Tell me a business that's good with their customers. They're lying. They just don't want to be sold. So, how we do this? We do this using Craigslist, and we can sell customers using Craigslist. We can, man. We can get leads all day long. There's a lot of untrue stuff that's being said out there about Craigslist. I was a hater. I've been a hater of the past. Up until the last 6 months, when someone would approach me about Craigslist, I mean, get out of here, man. People don't go Craigslist to look for this stuff. You know what? I was wrong. So, because of that, I now, because I'm wrong now, because I actually looked into it and started testing stuff and seeing what's going on. This can be done, but you need the proper tools to make it work. You need to know how to prospect, and you need to know who to prospect to. Okay? I'm going to show you guys in our training how to build a business. You can sell that, so many different niches. If you're not sure what niche you want to sell to, just go to Craigslist. Go on Craigslist, and when you go into the ad section, or you go into Craigslist, you look into, services. They have everything broken down so far and so much. You can just go on Craigslist and click, and you know what to sell. I mean, it's so awesome. You know what I mean? Like you go into Craigslist and you can go into all services and you see all the ads, you see all the different in skilled sections. They have everything broken down. Okay, when we use Craigslist, saturation is impossible. There's so many different areas and so many different niches. I wouldn't even worry about anyone else, any of my people, any of my friends doing this as well. Okay, using this model, it's so easy to get a good sales staff. This model will attract superstars, and cold calling becomes easy, which again will attract superstars. Even the salespeople that you get that aren't superstars will make sales for your organization. Okay. Prospecting, we're going to use Hot Lead Finder and we're going to use Home Advisor leads. Home Advisor leads means that these people are already paying for leads, and they get it. They get the whole customer bit. And you know what? Here's another thing that I found out. When you're selling leads, even if they're already buying leads from someone else, they're willing to try you as well because they want the best leads. And of course, there is a way to sell our services, and you'll learn that in the training. But I'm here to tell you that a lot of my customers have 2 or 3 different lead providers, and they have me. So it's not like when we do SEO or video SEO. Once they sign up for a company, they don't want no one else. They're done. So that's also an out for people saying, "Oh, I already have an SEO guy," and we immediately say, "Oh, well, when's your contract up?" "Oh, I just signed with them last week." "Oh, okay. Well, have a good day." Listen, if they just signed up last week for a lead provider, it's not uncommon for them to sign up with you today. If you can sell the right services and know how to talk to these people. Very simple. Okay, here's a breakdown of how we make money. We're going to provide on average 5 calls a day, 4 to 7 usually, but I'm just using this for argument's sake. 5 calls a day, you get 5 clients, okay? $30 a call. It's $750 a day. A day. 5 clients. You get $3,750 a week, 15 grand a month. Now imagine that you pay a salesperson 30% on per call. You think they're not going to be calling and pounding the phones for you, knowing that they can build up in a month's time between $5,000 and $9,000 a month this month and start next month with that amount of money and calling for more money? you're going to have superstars in your organization. Now, I have a spreadsheet that I made. It's paying our salespeople 30% on all calls. They're going to become loyal employees. They're going to want to sell more. And the more salespeople get, of course, the more money you're going to get. And they're going to tell their friends about it. Now, here's another thing to think about. When you get salespeople and they stop working for you, let's say we get a dude who's making, that's got 10, 15 clients. Okay, let's just say 10. Okay, instead of us only making 21,000, the 9,000 we used to pay him on 30% goes back into the organization. So now on that one sales customers, instead of making 21,000, we're making 30,000. Okay, this is going to happen all the time. You're going to go through salespeople. I don't know why, but salespeople a lot of time go to the next bigger and better thing. Hopefully you can keep your salespeople, because overage and turnover is the biggest expense to any company. So here's the breakdown. We got $30 per call, 5 calls per day, 2 clients, you're making $300 a day. 5 clients, $750 a day. 10 clients, $1,500 a day. Now, if we look at this, the green bar is what the salespeople are going to make. So at 5 clients, a salesperson is going to make $225 a day. There's a whole lot of salespeople out there that are good, that are making way less than that, because they're in these crappy jobs. They're in a cruise line, phone sweatshops. They're selling vacation packages. They're trying to sell timeshares. There's some really good salespeople there, and they get wind of this. You could clean up, getting the whole phone room coming over. Because listen, they're all buddies, and they start telling their friends they're coming over. I'm telling you right now. So on a weekly basis, they can make $1,100 if they got 5 clients. It's not going to take long to get that. Let's scroll back down. On a monthly basis, what are they going to get? They're going to get $4,500 or $9,000 on 5 and 10 clients. Listen, these guys are going to stay and they're going to sell for you, okay? And this is your net, by the way. The last line was the net. But what's important here is to get the whole picture. You get good salespeople. You get good salespeople in your organization. That's all you need. And to get clients, the easy part is making the post and getting the leads for them. The hard part to me is getting clients. It always has been. It's been for everybody. So, how are we going to make this work? Well, to make this work, you're going to need the formula. You're going to need to know which tools to use. You're going to need to know the rules of posting. You're going to need to know how to sell the leads. And you're going to need to know how to build a customer. Because if you don't build a customer properly, you really can lose your shirt, okay? You're going to learn all this in the training. So, what are we going to do? First of all, when you see this opportunity and you're not sure about it, you're on the fence, don't listen to the haters out there. There's going to be everyone with their opinions, just like I used to be a hater. And I used to tell people, Craigslist, are you kidding me? Nobody looks on Craigslist. They do. This business model is a multi-million-dollar business model. It really is. Think about it. You get 10 salespeople, and they get 10 clients each. I don't know about that. That's $21,000 that you net if you're paying them 30%. I think it was 10, right? And you got 10 customers. That's $210,000 a month. That's $2 million a year. This business model is the schnizzle, okay? I don't know if that's the right word, but this is the business model, okay? Your overhead or your investment to get this going is minor compared to the amount of money you're going to make. You're going to need proxies. You're going to need PVA accounts and Twilio numbers. You can, because of the little amount of overhead, you can sell this per call basis, which I always recommend. But if you're just starting out, you can sell it on a flat fee for the first 3 or 4 customers, and then invest and go large and scale this thing and start paying stuff. We're going to show you how to do this on a manual basis, and you can because it's manual, you can easily hand it over to outsourcers. Okay. So what are you going to do? We need to order now. $197 to get all the webinars, all the trainings, all the PDFs, the private Facebook group. We'll already have a private Skype group. We're going to make the Facebook group this week. And you get everything that's included, as well as we're gonna provide you with the name of a software that's a low monthly fee that allows you to automatically schedule and renew your posts. Okay, all your posts should be done manually on the first ones, and then the software will help you renew your posts and repost them and schedule them. Okay, so you can do $197 today or before Wednesday. To save a spot. We're closing it down Wednesday. We're just not going to do it no more. I'll let nobody in. $50 is a pay-as-you-go. So you pay $50 per webinar. Once we're on our 5th webinar, you paid for the 5th webinar. Then you don't have to pay anymore, and you get everything just like if you paid $197. Okay, that's how it's going to work. So the link's right here, offlineresurrection.com, Google-proof-u-business. If you're watching this on YouTube, the link will be in the description. If you're watching this from Facebook, the link's going to be in the Facebook post. Hopefully I see as many as you as I see in my Facebook group, and more on the inside. Have a great night.